Hi stamping friends, this is Sharon Armstrong, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We're going to be going over card number 5 out of the 6 cards for the June 2014 Online Stamp Club. This card might be intimidating, but I want to show you a few tips to help you get past that. Yes, you could use a Stamp-A-Majig to help you get it lined up, but I want to show you another little trick in case you don't have a Stamp-A-Majig, or if you feel like that's just too tedious, which it could be. So I just wanted to give you a few tips, all right? So first of all, in your packet that you got, you received the card base, and you received all of your little colored stars that were punched out by moi ahead of time for you, okay? And then you got your envelope that you should have gotten in there as well. So I'm going to set that aside. Go ahead and give this a crisp fold using a bone folder. If you have the Simply Scored, that is really my preference, but it's just really hard on the videos to always show that. But it really is my preference. I'd rather use that instead. Okay, so I have my Tangelo Twist card base all ready to go. I'm going to set that aside. Now you have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And so if you want to take that and lay it down on a piece of grid paper. Now, if you don't have our grid paper, I highly recommend it. You can reuse it over and over and over again, but it's not just to protect your surface, it's to help you with some of your stamping projects like this one. Okay, so I did use the piece of paper to trace off a pretend card. But I want to warn you, if you do that, you're going to get a little red line from the Sharpie. So I would use a pencil first, and then, if you want it bolder, you could. But for the video purposes, I wanted it to really pop. So what I started doing was, and you'll notice over here on this side, I started stamping. And you're going to start stamping from the left, and then move around the card and start filling in. If your card does not look like the sample, please don't stress out. Make it, this has to be fun, but I love this card because it used so many of the stamps from the Bravo photopolymer stamp set, because there's a lot in there. So how fun to put most of them on one card, okay? All right, so I've got my stamp pads all inked, over here ready. Let me hang on to that. And I'm going to just start stamping, and the fact that these are see-through makes it very easy to start practicing. I will give you a tip. You need to stamp. You need to just look straight down through that stamp and then just stamp it as close as you can, okay? Then the next one I'm going to do is knew you could, knew you would. All right. And again, I want that, because it's clear, I can see right through it. I want that just as close as I can. And then the next one is woohoo. Going to be stamping that. And I'm going to just come up here under this, woohoo. And then way to go. All right, so we've got way to go is the next one. And so you're just going to keep following down the card. And if you mess up, it's easier to get a better feel for it on a piece of scratch paper. And then if you mess up, you haven't ruined the piece of paper. But even if you do mess this up, please don't ever forget that our paper has 2 sides. Just flip it over and do it again. Okay, so I hope that helps you as far as lining up the stamps. And I had all of my stamps out here ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly finish this up. You Did It is in. Okay, so, and stamp different ways. Don't try to always be going from left to right. Just switch it up a bit, okay? So I'm going to need to switch up my stamp blocks a bit. So I'm going to take that one off, and I'm going to use Wow. And Wow is going to be in the Hello Honey. And you know what? You've got all the stamp pads with this month's club. So you can switch that up and you can make different colors. You can do it just different colors. Okay, so line that up there. All right, so see how easy it is? I mean, just start stamping. I want to use sweet, and I do need to borrow a block. That's going to be messy. Okay, so then we have sweet, and that was in Tangelo. How come I can't remember that one? Tangelo Twist. And I'm going to just go right up underneath here. And there you go. Just start building your card, all right? Once you feel comfortable on your scratch paper, go ahead, make your card, pop your little stars on, and end up with your cute card. All right, so that's that card. That's that little tip. If you are not a member of our online stamp club, check out my information below the video and we'll get you set up. Have a great day.